Emily is a notary public in New York State. One of her clients, Mark, is bedridden due to an injury and urgently needs an affidavit notarized. Unable to appear in person, Mark calls Emily and asks if she can notarize his signature over the phone. Emily agrees, believing it's acceptable since she knows Mark well. She notarizes the affidavit without Mark's personal appearance. Later that day, Emily also executes an acknowledgement of the execution of a will for another client, assuming it's part of her notarial duties. Which of the following statements best describes Emily's actions under New York State Notary Public law? To help us answer this question, let's have a look at the professional conduct section of the Notary Public license law booklet, and it states, we can jump to the second sentence in this paragraph, the practice of taking acknowledgments and affidavits over the telephone or otherwise without the actual personal appearance of the individual making the acknowledgement or affidavit before the officiating notary is illegal. As well, it states a bit later on, which I've excerpted here, a notary public is cautioned not to execute an acknowledgement of the execution of a will. So with all this in mind, let's have a look at the four choices to determine the solution. Choice A states, Emily acted appropriately given the circumstances and her familiarity with Mark. Well, this is incorrect. Emily was not allowed to notarize for Mark without his personal appearance. She also was not allowed to notarize the execution of an acknowledgement of the will, and therefore choice A is not the correct solution. Choice B states, Emily violated the law by notarizing without the personal appearance of the signer and by acknowledging the execution of a will. Well, this is our correct solution based on the laws that I read from before, but to be the habit of looking at all four choices, let's have a look at choices C and D. Choice C states, Emily only violated the law by acknowledging the execution of a will. Notarizing over the phone is permissible for known clients. This is incorrect. Notarizing over the phone is impermissible whether the client is known or not, and therefore choice C is not the correct solution. And finally, choice D states, Emily did nothing wrong. Notaries have discretion in how they perform their duties. This is incorrect. As I read from the law before, notarizing over the telephone is illegal, as well as notarizing the acknowledgement of execution of a will, and therefore choice D is not the correct solution either, which leaves choice B. Emily violated the law by notarizing without the personal appearance of the signer and by acknowledging the execution of a will as the correct solution.